I came to Manchester 6 years ago to stop myself from killing Zac Goldsmith, then the Conservative candidate for Mayor of London. Up here I had an appointment to meet Andy Burnham to open a New Start centre for teenage criminals to reprogram their minds. On driving to central Manchester I was told Andy couldn't make it. Short while later Andy Burnham sent 2 uniformed police officers to our house. Because of my background and a lifetime of high-level crime, I'm frightened to be at home alone, especially when my wife goes to work. So I regularly visited Sainsbury's, especially their cafe, to sit amongst other lovely people and chat and have a cup of coffee. One day Sainsbury's gave me a letter saying if I enter any Sainsbury's store in the UK, especially theirs, they will call the police and have me locked up. Having been banned by letter from the store, I still needed things. I myself don't read the Sun newspaper, I buy the Times. And one woman was kind enough, I gave her the money obviously, to go in and buy the Times newspaper for me. The news now is both endearing and frightening. Another man went in and bought 10 soya milks for me for £1 each, and I paid him the £10. He had a copy of my biography. The next man, Chris, a wonderful man, went in and bought 10 mango drinks, which my wife likes. He returned with the mango drinks and I thanked him. While I was loading the mango drinks into the boot of my car, I offered him as well a signed copy of my biography. At that stage, security grabbed this man and more or less dragged him inside. I shouted out, "Chris, come back, come back." That's the last I ever saw of kind Chris. He never got my biography. But another member of staff, who shall remain nameless because he asked me to keep him nameless, informed me that the Sainsbury's, not law but policy, was now that anybody that did not know me, any member of the public, was not allowed, I repeat, not allowed to buy any product for me. What am I? Some type of monster or what? I go to Sainsbury's every day and I've been accused of stealing and it hurts. This is a letter I'm delivering to Chief Superintendent John Webster to explain we are conducting a peaceful protest because Sainsbury's have threatened to call the police. But they've only threatened to call the police if I enter the store. So I don't want to waste the police time. The police are very busy and I respect them immensely now since I changed my life 15 years ago. To be accused of stealing when you haven't stole hurts. It hurts deeply. I've been accused of stealing at the local Sainsbury's store, which is where I'm going to protest today. I've got a letter that I need to just hand in for Chief Superintendent John Webster. Could I do that? Hold on, no, it's not. It's closed. No, the door's closed. So now I'm trying to deliver this letter, and at the moment we can't get in, but we will keep trying.
Oh, he's letting you in.
Oh, I hope we can get back out. Hello?
Hi.
We've come in the wrong entrance.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay,
you're right.
Yeah, we're just delivering this letter.
Okay.
So, okay, can we get back out? Or should we
Yeah,
come out
no
this
problem. I'll let you out this way.
I should have asked you permission to film, I'm sorry.
No, don't be silly, it's fine.
We're making a documentary.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
It's okay to say you give permission. It's for a documentary about him as a writer.
Yeah, no worries at all.
What's your name? What's your name?
My name's PC Yench.
PCN, thank you. I'm John McCombie.
Yeah, no problem at all. I will pass this on to him myself.
All right.
I just said that, I'm not being rude.
How did you get in?
Oh, we've got ways of getting in anyway. I'm not being rude, but if I was still a naughty boy, I'd love to get arrested by you.
Don't kit it up today.
So thank you very much.
No, getting you back out this
Sadly,
way.
I'm an old man.
I will hand deliver this to him myself, okay?
To answer your question, how we got home, we just pressed the
The intercom?
and it lifted up.
No way.
Okay.
Yeah, not a problem.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Have a lovely
Just
weekend.
be wise, the front desk opens at 8:30.
Look, that's me when I was 13, 23,
Oh, no way.
43, 63.
You still look 23 now.
No, I'm 79 now.
Are you really?
Yeah,
No way.
August the 5th, 1943.
Oh, really?
Okay, so I'm gonna... So, what's your first name?
Amy.
A-M-Y, yeah?
Yeah. The simple spelling.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Amy.
No
I'm
problem.
an old man now. Ninth today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ninth.
No way.
Okay, that's the first 36 years of my life.
Oh, thank you.
What I want to do is open a new start centre for kids, you know, teenage
Yeah.
criminals. It's no good locking them up, letting them out, locking them up,
No,
letting
it's
them
not,
out.
is it?
You've got to reprogram their minds.
100%
you know.
agree with that. 100%.
Yeah, really, it's because this is what happened to me. You know, and I went the wrong way, but while I'm still alive, because I've been diagnosed with cancer, if I can do something with the kids in Manchester, it's all been worthwhile.
Oh, thank you very much
No,
for that.
my
I'll
pleasure.
read this, definitely.
Okay,
Thank you very
you
much
take
for
care.
that.
So it's quite simple. I was going to hold a peaceful protest outside Sainsbury's, and I thought better to go to the police station first, which I did. They were very, very kind there, very courteous, and they took the letter. And this was the letter I left for the police. Chief Superintendent John Webster. Dear Mr. Webster, today we are holding a protest outside Sainsbury's store in Hazel Grove. Stephen Smith was wrongly accused of stealing, and in spite of being offered £30 compensation from head office, was subsequently handed a letter from Sonia Babenko, the store manager, threatening to call the police if I enter the store. Today's peaceful protest will be held outside Sainsbury's, and I have no intention to enter the store. I write, sir, because if you knew the full facts of this saga, you would probably instruct your officers to ignore any phone calls from Sainsbury's, even if I did enter the store. I'm 79 years old, diagnosed with cancer, and reminiscing on a lifetime of high-end crime, want to repent for the millions that were stolen and open a New Start centre for today's juvenile criminals to reprogram their minds before they're trapped in the same life I was. It's no good locking them up, letting them out, just a revolving door to continue breaking the law. I met my present wife 15 years ago and stopped all crime. If I was to take home suitcases full of £50 notes, she'd throw me out and divorce me. Over those 15 years, I've changed from being fearful of the police to being full of respect of the police. It's the police, sir, who are on offer every day to make our lives safer. It would be an honour to meet you and present my New Start plan to you for your endorsement. P.S. Only joking, but if we all tunnelled into banks, not only would there be a shortage of cash, but the roads would collapse. Here's where I came every day at 7 o'clock. Why did I come here at 7 o'clock? To buy the newspapers. What did I do with the newspapers? I walked home and read them while I had my breakfast. 2 or 3 days a week, my wife worked at Manchester Airport. Pals of mine said, does she work there because you're casing the joint for the KLM flight with the jewels from Amsterdam? No, she works there to earn some money to pay the bills. Here's where I did come every day for my newspapers and where I spent time in the coffee bar on the days my wife worked. Why? Because I'm scared to be at home. I'll continue the story because I must sit down now. Outside Sainsbury's, the store where the manageress Sonia Babenko accused me wrongly of stealing, and we're going to take a High Court writ out against her and the little security guard until they give me the letter of apology. So what I'm asking for is a letter of apology from the management, her name, what was it again? Sonia Babenko, as she promised me originally, and the letter of apology from Mighty, the security company. How did this saga start? One morning I came in here and the security guard said you stole perfume the night before. To which I replied, hold on, why didn't you nick, that means arrest, me the night before? Why are you consulting me in the morning or harassing me? We walked over together to where the vitamin tables are, shelves I should say. He knelt down and said, from there you nicked something, stole, I think he used the word stole. I said, no, they're Calm's vitamin tablets, and then I ran out the store, not out of guilt, but I ran home, because I live quite local, and I found the receipt. In his writing, the little security guard wrote down that on the 1st of June 2022, at 6:57 in the evening, I stole the perfume. This is his own writing. When I ran home, I found the bill where I'd paid at 7 o'clock that evening in full. I showed him that, and after various consultations, the manager, Sonia Babenko, offered to write me a letter of apology. I accepted that and waited at home peacefully to get the letter. No letter came. Then I rang head office, and I got, from head office, a very polite letter back, which says it came on the 17th of June 2022 at 9:13 in the morning. Dear Mr. Smith, thank you for contacting our Careline team. I can confirm your complaint has been received into our executive office. I have been asked to look into this matter and respond to you personally. First and foremost, I'm sorry to learn of your experience when visiting our Hazel Grove store. I would also like to thank you for taking the time to contact us regarding this. I fully appreciate your comments and concerns regarding this, and would therefore like to assure you I've launched an integral investigation into this matter with both the store and Mighty, our third-party security firm, as this is certainly not the manner we would expect our colleagues to conduct themselves in. Please also be advised I am unable to disclose the outcome of the investigation due to GDPR. We want all our customers to feel welcome in any of our stores, and I am sorry if this matter has made you feel uncomfortable. Sainsbury's strive to offer the best possible customer service. However, in this instance, it is clear that this was not the case. Therefore, I would like to offer my sincere apologies, and in the light of your experience, I would like to offer you £30 worth of Nectar points as a gesture of goodwill, in hope that this goes some way into restoring your faith in Sainsbury's. Please kindly advise me of your acceptance along with your Nectar card number, and I will ensure these are added immediately. Please once again accept my renewed apologies, and I hope that the above reassures you that this matter has been taken seriously. Kind regards, Adam Sikiski, Executive Office, Sainsbury's Supermarkets, 33 Holborn, London, EC1 N2HT. And offered me £30 worth of Nectar points. I said no. Besides, I've been diagnosed with cancer and had the cancer on the brain, and not Sonia Babenko and not the Nectar points. Cutting a long story short, which doesn't finish very friendly, I was leaving the store one evening, having bought fish for our meal, and I was grabbed hold of in the car park here by Sonia Babenko and this little short security guard. And they handed me a letter. The letter devastated me. The letter nearly made me suicidal. The letter said, if you enter any of the Sainsbury's PLC stores in Great Britain, especially this one, the police will be called. Oh, I said, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? The police, I'm not at it anymore. I don't break the law anymore. So when they threatened to call the police, for a moment I lost my bottle. Bottle is East End for courage. Cutting another long story short, myself and my wife do our weekly shop here. Not my papers, but a proper shop where we buy bread, milk, washing up powder, fish, rice, coffee, tea bags, lots of different things. I thought, uh-oh, what? If you get in there with your wife and they call the police, she'll go berserk. So I had to tell my wife what had happened. My wife broke down in tears and sobbed in the car park and said to me, I thought you'd stopped crime 15 years ago. I said, I have, but they've accused me and they say I'm on camera and they've barred me from the store. Together, like Adam and Eve being brave without picking apples, we entered the store with a trolley and we did our shopping. When we were by the bread department, the security guard came over to me and said, Mr. Cancer, you won't be buying your milk in here anymore. The police will stop you coming in. But she was still crying when we got home, saying how embarrassed she was that all the neighbours would think she was married to a thief. She now is still very upset over it. Me, I've been to St Anne's Hospital and the Christie Hospital where I'm being treated for cancer, and they say the stress, S-T-R-E-E-S, the stress is causing your cancer to grow. The stress can make your cancer worse. And I've said to them, well, what shall we do? And they said, sue Sainsbury's, sue the woman, sue the little security guard, find his name out and issue a writ against them. I'll go into your car parks then, that's not yours. John, they're going to call the police and this is actually the security guard that wrongly accused me.
Okay, we'll leave you to it, we'll contact the police.
Okay, you contact the police then, go on.
Are you going to move on now?
Okay,
we're going to wait for the police.
Come, oh, bad.
Just call the...
Just ring 999 or ring Stockport Police. Do you want the name of the chief inspector there? Okay.
All right, I'm just, you shouldn't be on the property. You've been asked to,
This is not your property though. We checked with land registry.
But we'll let the police deal with that.
Okay, let the police deal with that. With the threat of the police from the management and security, wrongly, I decided to go home. When I say wrongly, I was letting down Peter and Margaret, my neighbours. Margaret's 93, Peter's 89. And I've done their shopping for 6 years for them, right through the pandemic and everything. They're too weak to shop. And they wanted 10 eggs, St James, 1 Twinings drinking chocolate, 2 milk chocolate bars, Margaret likes chocolate, and 10 conference pears. And that's their list. I feel ashamed, but with the threats outside Sainsbury's to have me arrested and locked up for going in there, irregardless of the confirmation I gave the chief superintendent earlier, I went home. On arriving home, I had a nice quiet cup of tea with John, trying to summon up the courage to go next door and tell Peter and Margaret there was no shopping for them, when the police arrived.
What's your name, please?
I'm PC Crowley from Hazel Grove Police Station.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you.
No, you asked me what's going on
Yeah,
there.
go on.
I'll answer. Crowley.
Crowley.
Sorry,
Crowley.
Crowley.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Crowley. Okay.
No, call me Mark. I'm quite happy with that.
Okay, pleased to meet you. I explained to the officer that on entering the store one morning, the security guard grabbed hold of me and said I stole perfume the night before. He took me over to where the vitamin counter is.
Yeah.
And at the bottom is Calms, a vitamin tablet that you take during the day or at night to calm you down. So I said, no, down here it's not perfume, it's Calms. I left the store, ran home quick here, because I go by foot, and got the bill.
Yeah.
I got the receipt for the Calms, 2 other things, and the medicine I got there.
Yeah.
Right, so we think, well, that's it. I didn't go into one, but I was quite firm, and the manageress there, Sonia, said, I'll write apologising to you.
Right.
I accepted that. A letter of apology, that's fair enough. No letter came.
Okay.
Right. I phoned head office, and they wrote to me offering me £30 worth of Nectar points.
Right.
Which I was just diagnosed with cancer. I thought, no,
Have you say they wrote to you?
Yeah.
Have you still got that letter?
I haven't, my solicitor's got it. I can get it to you.
No, I don't need it. What I'm thinking is, if you were to show them and just say it's all been a misunderstanding,
Yeah, but hold
Show
on,
them.
it gets worse.
Okay.
I wish I could.
Right, okay.
I tried to. So I ignored the £30 of Nectar points
Yeah.
and I carried on with life. I went in there early one morning to buy fish so my wife could cook it 'cause she'd start coming home.
Yeah.
And I was grabbed hold of in the car park by the manageress
Right.
and the security guy. And they handed me a letter
Right.
saying, if you come in the store, we'll call the police. The chemist there still owes me medicine because they'd run out of stock.
Yeah.
He's texted me, or whatever you call it, emailed me saying your medicine's ready,
Yeah.
but I can't go and get it.
You're onto the road, the footpath.
Okay.
You can peacefully protest there.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
The car park though, Mark, isn't it?
Yes.
Mark is owned by Euro Car
Yeah,
Parks.
that's it.
Can we still go there till Euro Car Parks right and say you can't be in our car
I would
park?
imagine Sainsbury's going to be contacting them now.
Okay, it's fine.
To
Okay, so when
send
we
that
get a letter banning us from there, we go in the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, to be honest, I mean, for me, if you want to get a message out, we're better than on the road there. On obviously not blocking the pavement.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're on the pavement, you're going to get more people seeing your protest.
Traffic as
Yeah,
well.
okay.
I think
Can I just leave it with you?
What would you prefer? Put it that, because you've been
Ideally,
extremely
not to go
polite.
back. No, and I always will be.
Okay.
Always will be. I prefer you didn't go back because it's going to cause you less hassle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause them less stress and us a bit less stress.
Yeah.
You know, and you seem a very nice chap to me.
Yeah.
And if you would do that, that'd be absolutely amazing for
Okay,
us.
but if I stand in the street and you go by, you won't think I've let you down.
No.
Because if I give my word to somebody, I keep it.
And that's all I can ask.
Okay, right?
You're a good man.
100,000,000%.
Right.
We delivered a letter today to Chief Inspector.
Webster.
You know yourself because you're out and you've arrested some kids.
Oh, yeah,
Of
of course,
14, 15, 16 years old. You put them inside in some reform school. Next minute, they're out. Now, why they're in the reform school, because it happened to me, they're with older kids who they look up to.
Yeah.
And the older kids go, yeah, we're going to do the great train robbery. And so they get lured and sucked into that world of crime. Okay.
Absolutely fine. Can
You've
I
got
keep
my
this?
word. No, pleasure.
Keep it?
You've
Yeah,
got my
wonderful,
word.
thank you.
Street only.
You got my card as well.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got yours. Yeah.
This is not a vendetta or Third World War against Sainsbury's. I've every right to be upset. I didn't steal and I don't wish to be accused of stealing. I'm an old man now and as I said, I've been diagnosed with cancer. My one wish is to open a New Start centre here in Manchester for juvenile delinquents to reprogram their minds so they don't go through the same hell ride as I did. All I want now, peace, peace, like this lovely garden I'm in now. I just want peace and I want to help the youth of today. Thank you.